Greetings, everybody. As many of you may know, if you are coming from my other social media platforms, I am currently staying in Fayetteville, Arkansas, where my good friend Molly has allowed me to reside in her lovely home while she spends some time in Ecuador. And yeah, so this is probably like 6 days in. Less than that, like 5 days. This is day 5, I feel. This past weekend, my good friend Taylor and Kent came and visited me, and we had a beautiful mushroom experience. Went to the lake, and before even sitting with the medicine, just where we're at in our consciousness and the evolution of our souls, like we were already just like riding a really highly spiritual wave, if that can even, like, yeah, that's what I'm gonna call it. Not gonna think too much into it. Anyway, so yeah, being alone really awakens a lot within a person, especially when we have this awareness and this knowledge and this knowing that we are everything and everything is us, and we are creating all of this. So, as humans, we are conditioned to, not conditioned, but it's like kind of a part of our programming to forget that we are these ultra divine light beings in human vessels, and that we are the creator, that we are God, that we are divine essence. So we forget, some of us live our day-to-day forgetting and then remembering, and then forgetting and then remembering, and that happens throughout your day. And then other people, live years completely asleep, live lifetimes completely asleep, and that's okay, because that's exactly where they're supposed to be. As for me, that is not where I am. I have this awareness, and I know people that have this awareness, and when we come together, it's a really beautiful thing, because bringing the pieces of the puzzle and allowing ourselves to go deep with one another, no matter how like dark those depths may seem, we reach really beautiful understandings and awarenesses through relating with each other and through processing our own personal experiences alongside one another. And many of us have a hard time doing that. Many of us have a hard time tapping into those spaces and opening ourselves up to express what it is that we're experiencing. And so yeah, moving out of that takes time, it takes patience, and it takes compassion. Really why I wanted to come on here was to, I don't even know, I just felt called to do it, so I'm doing it. I've been moving through some deep, like, I want to say the word grief. I want to say the word grief because sometimes this does feel like grief worthy. It does, like, damn, I forgot, and then I remembered, and then I remembered that I am nothing, and I am everything, and I created all of it, and all these people, all these places, like all these things, all these little tasks that I give myself, like the job, the house, the car, like whatever, like it is literally just a reflection of what's in here and of what's in here. And so connecting with that and coming back into the center, coming back into this body, coming back into this space, and realizing, holy fuck, it's all right here. All of it is right here. All of it is in this room. I don't know. I do know. I guess, like, sharing that publicly has always been kind of like a fear that I've experienced in this lifetime. And over time, I've learned that it's generational, and that this fear is not mine because I know that I'm capable of expressing these things in a safe container. And I know that through sharing these things, I'm connecting with people who understand. I am sharing the information with those who don't understand and planting a seed. Or people are just listening and think that I'm fucking crazy. Who knows? All I know is that it feels right. I've been moving into just accepting that this is a part of my path. Sharing my processes aloud and allowing other people to learn from them. And I know that I have many, many beautiful beings who support me and who love me, who see me. And the deeper that I can go into that space within myself, the deeper and the greater that I can experience that with others. And it's a beautiful thing. I encourage you to spend some time by yourself, like really by yourself. Like, put the phone down, put the food down, put the weed down, you know, like all these things that filter your perception of life and filter your perception of the experience that you're having. These aren't innately bad or good, you know. Those labels really don't mean much once you get to the root of it. They just create an effect. And so whenever you feel ready to fully see and to be in that, just trust that you are being held. You are being held. You are being supported. You are being guided through it all. Yesterday, I felt so afraid of being in this house by myself. And my mind was telling me all these thoughts like, oh my God, what if they're like ghosts in this house? What if there are these I felt these like dark energies around me, and I realized it's literally me. Like, it is my head. I am creating these things to keep myself in a perpetuated cycle of fear and of, I want to say stillness. It's not stillness like it's like in a meditative stillness, but like it almost like freezing. You know, like you've heard of the fight, flight, freeze, fawn, whatever the fuck, you know, like freezing is a thing for me, I guess. And so moving past that is been a whole experience. But yeah, like these denser energies that we experience throughout our day-to-day is literally just our mind. It's our ego mind attempting to keep us from experiencing wholeness and experiencing oneness with all that is. And going outside simply shifted all of that for me. So yeah, if you want to take anything from this video, spend time alone, go outside, trust what your body's feeling, and do what feels right. Will I share this? I don't know. I've been doing this a lot, getting on the camera and with intentions of putting things out there. And if I do, sweet. And if not, also sweet. Learning to accept that it's okay. It's okay to want to do things and then not follow through. And also, you are in control of that. You are in control of that cycle. You are in control of that pattern. Some of us were literally designed to work this way, to not be able to commit to things. And these designs are divinely orchestrated to teach you something. So sit with those shadow aspects of yourself. Sit with those fears and look at the stories that you tell yourself that keep you in these cycles, that keep you looped in spaces that perhaps feel comfortable but no longer feel right. You know that it's time to shift. You know that it's time to grow. You know that it's time to expand. So take a second and allow yourself to settle into that. Allow for the grief of these deaths, of these old patterns and old ways of beings to settle in. Feel that, and feel gratitude for the new beginnings and the new ways of being that are emerging and that are being born within you. Trust. Feel both. It's all divine. You are divine. And so it is. Ciao.